Today I set about getting my differential reassembled with the new seals. I just used the press to press in the new seals. The front pinion seal has changed in design, unless this is just some peculiar type that is in the aftermarket. I use Cortico brand seals. It has this lip on the edge that pretty much prevents you from pushing it in too far. Whereas the original didn't have anything like that. It would have been possible to push it in too far. So yeah, I just used these mandrels that are of a correct size and allowed the shaft to come up the middle without obstructing it, and just pushed it all the way home. Now this is probably the most rushed video I've ever had to make because I'm already late for the New Year's Eve festivities, and I'm probably going to get my head chewed off for the fact that I'm going to be even later now. And I was happy with how that went in. As with all of these lip seals, I always like to put some grease in there, specifically on anything that's dealing with holding back oil. It's not really going to hurt the situation, and it's going to help save the rubber from having metal rubbing on it in a dry state. I also did this with the side seals. I'm not sure if it's specifically required. They're a different design to the front pinion seal. I did not show the tightening of the nut on video. I don't 100% agree with how I've done it, but I don't have a choice. I don't have a friction meter. I've basically just locked the differential and tightened it up with a 2-foot long ratchet till I felt comfortable with how tight it was. You don't want to go too far and start crushing the sleeve in there, and then you mess up the bearing preload. So this is just pressing in the side seals. The factory ones were pressed in beyond the surface of that metal housing. They actually go down to where the beveled edge stops. I didn't show on camera, but I did actually push them in with a smaller mandrel to approximately that point, just making sure that they're still straight, because that's absolutely critical, or they won't seal properly. And this is the other side, basically the same deal. So that's sitting proud, but I did actually correct that. So this is after I've tightened up that pinion nut in a non-approved manner, but I'm happy with it anyway, and I've crimped down those areas of the collar so it can't loosen over time. And I'm just lubricating those side seals, as I mentioned, with grease. I have cleaned out the differential. One word of warning, those gears practically flash rust instantly. As soon as that differential oil is missing out of there, as soon as they're exposed to the atmosphere, they start to rust. So I was under the pump here, and I didn't have much time to mess around or get many shots. So those flanges are now installed, and the locking rings are in place. That's not differential oil, it is my cleaning solution. Unfortunately, I just wanted to have it away from the atmosphere. And someone mentioned to clean out this, or at least make sure it's not blocked, the vent on the diff. Mine was not blocked, but I cleaned it out anyway. There was quite a bit of sludge inside there. High pressure turpentine pumped through there unblocks it very successfully. So that's free flowing now. And it was just a case of cleaning up that back cover and the differential housing itself and applying sealant. I didn't use the factory stuff. I used my own black RTV, which is specifically capable of dealing with constant immersion in oil. So I have 100% confidence in that. And I've fit my ABS sensor as well. So this differential is ready to install in the subframe. I just have to fill it with oil, and I'll do that tomorrow after the sealant has had 24 hours to sit.